order. That was entertaining. Yo, son, dead ass though. I haven't watched the Face Off in a minute. That I was laughing from
Yo,
beginning to end, and I think it was your sense of humor and Payne so intense. So was mad intense though. Was you expecting that though going into the Face Off though?
no, I think we got a new main event. I think we got a new main event now with this joint. Like dead ass. I feel like now we got a real main event because that right there was just something else. Like it's hilarious. Like, yo, I'm talking about random people that I know that they watch battle rap, but
Hey,
they have tapped in again. Like, yo, I haven't watched a face off like this in so long. I need you to kill him. I'm like, oh damn, like this is
that shit
crazy.
was hilarious, my nigga. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But did you need that though? I said you're a legend, right? But did you need that to just intense to make the pen move a little bit more? Now I see where he's at with his shit now.
I don't know
How
if I
he take
need.
this battle?
I don't know if I needed it, but
Okay,
it definitely like initiated like some other
right.
ideas and stuff like
Okay,
that.
okay.
I think
Did he show his
sometimes
hand
some
too
people
much? Did he show his hand?
I think sometimes people talk too much. You feel what I'm saying? The fact that he talked that much, like he was just giving away gems that probably if I did my research like
Right.
the way I need to, yeah, I would
Uh,
have found out about it. But like
mhm.
the way he was just throwing things out there, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let him
Mhm.
keep talking. Let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. You know, I don't know. Are his face offs this interesting all the time? Like, does he sell a fight like that? Like, is he one of
This
those?
was different. I've interviewed Payne numerous times. He
I
always
saw
keeps that
y'all
maintain.
interview. His energy wasn't like that with y'all
Not like that.
interview.
He's usually he don't he keeps the same monotone, right? He can take the no nonsense type of individual, right? But this is different. When you pulled up, it's like he saw red. He went back to the tweets, and he talked to me about the tweets and brought up to y'all about the tweets. So your tweet, he wasn't feeling that, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. Payne was not feeling that. He wasn't jacking that, my nigga. He was not jacking that. What
Yo,
you said.
yo, but the funny thing was, I was like, what tweet? And then he said, oh, I put it. And then I went back and I looked, I said, oh, yeah, I did say that. He was
So you don't
tight.
remember nothing? You don't remember nothing?
No. Yo, three.
He did say a year and
You
a
know,
half
we
ago,
just
though.
be,
So
yo, three. How many times you say something random about a battle or a battler that you
still gonna
just
watch
don't like
battles,
at
y'all.
the
You watch
moment?
battles. You know what?
Right? Yeah, you don't like it at the moment. You keep it
Yeah,
moving. It's nothing
yeah.
personal.
Uh,
And he took this personal, which is
yeah, son.
okay,
You take a
but
mad person.
it wasn't even like and then the way he was talking, I really had to let him know, like, yo, bro, you wasn't my first opponent. You wasn't the original
That hurt
opponent.
though. When I heard that part, that was like, ouch. You like a
And he
scoop.
and he
You say
and that
scoop. Who was
and
the first
I said,
opponent?
Scoop, was he the first opponent? Scoop like, get your pay-per-view ticket, get your ticket. Say
Oh
yeah.
man, well played, Scoop.
So
Well played, my nigga. Well played. Well played.
he
Yeah,
he
man.
was making it seem like, oh, like he needed to be, no, I got you on this card.
Yeah,
Like, be
yeah.
thankful. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
well, we got a week left.
A week left
Maybe,
though.
yeah.
Well, how you feeling? Because when I spoke to you, the last time I spoke to you, you told me three. I'm on a redemption tour this year. You had damn near one of the best back and forth. You and King had one of the best back and forths on Easy's card and everything like that.
Hmm.
The redemption tour doesn't stop. It looks like, and now we got Payne on 2 days here, April 18th, April 19th. This is a dope card though. Low key is a nice card though, son.
Very nice card. Very,
So,
very, 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 very
what
nice
do you think
card.
about the card? How you feel about the card?
I like the card. I had Real Deal had reached out to me and told me, what I'm saying, he wanted me to come to the town. He been talking out this for a while, so I know this is like one of his opportunities, and he helped organize the card. But this is a really
Right.
dope card,
Uh-huh.
and he's bringing it to his city. So I'm honored to be a part of it.
Right.
Me and Real Deal go back with day
Yes, yes.
ones in the culture.
Prime time days and shit, right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so and then even when with the original opponent, when things didn't work out,
Right.
I said I still want to be a part of this card though. I
Right.
didn't want to
Okay.
be pushed to the June or July event.
Mm.
And then they found Payne and they was like, hey, what you think about Payne? And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Right. And I'm gonna be honest with you. My real thing was, you know what? Dude been getting some good battles. He doesn't really get the light that he needs.
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar with him, but I think he's probably all right. All right, cool. Fuck it, I'll do it. That was my initial
Reaction.
reaction to when they
Okay.
said, "Hey, how about Payne being a replacement?" Right.
Mm,
So my honest opinion on him was he's been in the culture. He's had some battles. Okay, cool. This could be interesting. It
mm,
was no malice. It was no, oh, this guy's dirt because I really didn't remember the
right,
tweet. So when he
right.
brings up the tweet from 2023, I'm like, bro, who does that? Like
My
that's
son.
some shit like yo, that's some shit like your jealous girlfriend does. Like she brings up some shit that you be like, what the fuck?
Man, that was
Like you
dope,
get what I'm
man.
saying? Like you be like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What do you mean that I like this girl's picture 2 years ago and she like, yeah, look, boom, right here, April 10th, 2023, you was liking this girl's pictures. Da, da, da. And you know how us guys are. We like, yo, I don't
Yeah,
even remember that
I've
shit,
been
man.
there.
Like you
I've been there,
bugging.
son.
Like,
I've been there.
yeah, I did, but I don't.
Mm. Well, is
That's how I was like, okay.
well, you're different though because I think a few of you guys, because you battle guys in the sense of you don't have to have a lot of information on them and still get busy though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking at in this battle though? That I don't know too much about. I know you beat Ill Will. You know what I mean? I know you got wins here and there. You 106 in Park. You've been here for a long
I'll be
time.
honest with you, I didn't know the 106 and Park thing. Now,
Okay,
I think if I'd
okay,
have kept watching more his battles, which I was already starting to do,
okay.
more people would have mentioned it. But the way he divulged it just made it easier. It's like, yo, bro, all right, cool. Like, give me all the information that I need. You know what I'm saying? It To be honest with you, what it helped me do was just engage in the type of character that I'm gonna be standing in front of, which is
Mm,
like the best thing because now if I know what your energy is like and I know exactly how you're approaching this battle, I'm gonna
mm,
use it to my advantage because I could
mm.
swag on you all day.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I could
Yeah.
swag on him all day. I could real talk to him. I could be lyrical. I could be lyrical miracle. I could be
Yeah.
wordplay. I could be there's some
Yeah.
shit we got to speak about. You know what I mean? I could
Go
be the
around.
most underrated. I could
Yeah.
play all that. So every emotion that
Right.
you want to play or any emotion that you want to play off of, I
Mm,
can play off that. And that goes to my advantage. I just think he talked too much because it honestly did just. You know what? I'm gonna stop playing with you now.
mm. You know what's funny, Cole? Before you pulled up, that nigga Payne wasn't saying nothing.
I
He
heard.
was not. He was not going back and forth with Swave and Ike and them at all. Son, when you pulled up, dog, you could just see your Payne
He was
was
like,
like, yeah,
yo, the Terminator when the Terminator just looking at target identified. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'm in the car, I'm driving, I'm chilling, and I'm like, yeah, it was good. He's like, nah, yeah, yeah. It starts going off. I'm like, hold on. I mean,
so, all right.
maybe he felt the way.
The King battle, that's more of you helping the young boy, right? And everything like that. He was very appreciative because I spoke to King after the battle of y'all
Yeah.
battle, right?
Nah,
Now
me
you
and
got
King is
right,
locked in now. That's the bro. Like
right. I fuck
that's
with
the
King
bro, and
heavy.
I feel like he's the future. So
Yeah,
you know what I
I'm
mean? We
with you.
definitely
I
locked
rock
in.
with King heavy, son. That boy's
Uh-huh.
nice. What's this battle for you and Payne? What do you consider this though?
Um,
You know it's
I
some
think it's gonna
YouTube
be
talk.
very interesting. I think it's gonna be very interesting now because like I said, things will make a lot more sense
Mm-hmm.
when we battle of what's
Right.
going on. And I really, 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 really just feel like he's gonna be the example of the bar that I'm setting for this revenge tour. He's gonna be like the prime example of it doesn't matter who's in front of core.
Okay. All right.
Core's at another level right now. I think the King battle might have just made people be like,
He's
okay,
wild. He's
this
wild.
is this is this is the core that we missed.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's gonna be things that's gonna reveal themselves to show
Okay.
y'all that I'm really, really, really
Mm.
on bullshit. Oh yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I got you and King. Let me see. Jay the Nightwing and Sheet Happens, Gustavian, Coffee, you and King. Like those are the standout battles. So Sugar and Easy also are the standout battles. I might missing something else, but I feel like those are the standout battles that I go
Hmm.
back and watch a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Uh,
this year.
yeah, for this year for
Yeah.
2025, right? I think the Payne thing has it turned into a grudge match, or he turned into a grudge match.
I think he turned it into that now, and salute to that because he
Yes.
sold like I'm pretty sure we sold some more tickets because I ain't gonna lie, I maybe got like 40, 50 DMs about it. Now usually it'll be Twitter that's talking about the battles, not really the Instagram, but
Right.
I
Right.
seen and I'm talking about a couple of blue
Oh,
check.
niggas hit your IG.
Yeah, yeah,
Niggas,
you get
niggas
what I'm
went you on
saying?
Twitter so
Yeah,
fast about
yeah,
battle
because
rap.
you know, you know, battle rap is more Twitter than it is the
Right.
Instagram.
Absolutely. Cool. Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
got a couple of blue checks that hit me like, yo, what's this face off? Like, yo, what's the pay per view? Yo, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, a couple of
Yeah.
blue checks hit me
Yeah.
like,
Y'all
yo,
turned this shit up,
pause.
son. Y'all
Who
turned this
is
shit up.
this? I was
Y'all
like,
niggas turned
oh,
this
you
shit
know what I
up.
mean? You supposed to know who he is. He was on 106. You know what I mean? You don't know him? You know what I mean? They was like, nah, we never heard of him, but he's talking spicy. So
Right.
he sold it, you know, he
Right.
helped sell some tickets. So, you know, I hope he eats off that, you know what I'm saying? Or uses
Yeah.
this to his advantage for the next battle, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
The next
hey,
battle. Next battle.
if he has a next battle, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it
Oh, it's
is
like
what it
that.
is.
See, I know
Yeah,
you. I know you're gonna be on bullshit now because of the
I'm
back
gonna
of.
be
I
on
know you're gonna be
bullshit.
on bullshit. This nigga
I
about to
mean,
go.
he was just getting me tight because he was trying to make it seem like he's lit. He's not lit.
Mm.
He's not lit. Like, I wasn't trying to play him. I was trying to just,
Oh, yes,
yo,
you
bro,
was, my nigga. You trying to play son?
how?
Son,
How?
you
He was
trying to little
talking
bro him. You
spicy to
trying to little
me.
bro him, son. You was, my nigga. You trying to little
So
bro
I
him.
was roasting him. I won the
And trying to
face off,
little
right?
bro him in the same breath, though, Core.
What?
You trying to little bro him also.
Did I win the face off? I feel like I won the face off. He
All
he
right.
he, he
You want,
talked
but
some shit.
he got, you know what it is? Because of his intensity, it made you do what you had to do, go into that bag, though.
Exactly,
So he played a
exactly.
part, though.
So
He
it's
played a
like,
part.
so again, I'm gonna match your energy, and if you're
Okay.
gonna
All right.
play like this, then this is how we're gonna play.
Got you.
You
Got
feel
you.
what I'm
Got
saying? I could have been respectful and just been like, "Yo, it's gonna be a dope battle." You know what I'm
you.
saying? And kept it pushing. But he was talking like he's me. He was talking like he's solidified, like he's a
Right.
legend. I'm
Right.
like, yo, bro, like
Can't give
my
you legend status
respectfully.
yet, Payne. I legend status. I can't give you legend status yet, Payne. I
No,
rock with
but
you.
you know what I'm saying? But then he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I hate when people try to talk down on my career, right? And
Mm-hmm.
before when I was younger, it used to bother me because I would feel like I had something to prove, right?
Okay.
Um, and I would feel like, damn, like, you know, I'm not getting my proper recognition for what I
Mm-hmm.
bring to the culture, right? And I feel like in certain battles you could tell that I didn't feel like I was revered or
Okay.
recognized for
Okay.
my contributions.
Okay.
I feel like over the last couple years though, that has like left
Mm-hmm.
my mind. And I just sit there and be like, bro, I got battles from 10 years ago that I got rounds. Not saying that I got rounds from 10 years ago that are better, that are flat out, hands down better than 90% of what's going on now.
Holla,
You know what I'm
hands,
saying?
ass. Hey, man,
Yeah,
holla.
the B
Cold
dots,
time.
the
Yeah,
big
that's a holla.
K's.
Yeah,
You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? The verbal war zones.
Rebel
Like
War Zone joints. Yeah.
there's rounds that I have that I sit there and be like, yo, bro, like you can play this round from 2013, and
Mm-hmm.
this round is still beating 90% of what's going on in the culture today. That's called being ahead of the curve. That's called being ahead of your time.
And man, they
All
Pacquiao
of
line.
us have
That
done
Manny
that.
Pacquiao
So
line
when
against Hitman is still legendary. My nigga. That shit
that's
is
what I'm saying. That's 2009. I had sideburns. I had waves. It's over. That long ago, son. You
yo, son.
know what I mean?
Hey,
I had the wave grease on when I battled Hitman. You feel me? Like, what's up? You know? But like that ass, but what I say that is like this. Like, if I walk in the room and Hitman's in the room, and
mm,
Verb is in the room, and
right,
Math is in the room, and
right,
Hollow's in the room, and Rex is in the room, and Mook and Lux. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's a
right,
hierarchy. There's
yeah,
a hierarchy
mm,
where dudes could talk their shit, you know what I'm saying, and
mm,
crack jokes on call or whatever.
right,
But that's about 20 people,
mm,
maybe 30 people that I
mm,
can walk in a room with, and we're all peers. We're
right,
still peers.
mm,
After that, that shit is a dub. The other 30 million battle rappers, shut up. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like, shut up. And that just shows you, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, shit.
I'm in the top 1 percentile. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, shut up. You know what I mean? So when dudes that are not in those rooms talking, it's like, yo, bro, like, like I just look at it like, yo, it's the audacity. I
All right.
think that's what the audacity. He
So
was
that
talking
audacity.
like
He
he's
said
that.
audacity is
You know what I'm
wild.
saying? Like, yeah,
Okay.
like he was talking like he's that. He's not that.
They was
You know what
talking
I'm saying? He
spicy.
has to
So they
prove
was
that to
talking
me.
spicy. My nigga Payne was talking spicy. How you feel about Payne and Ill Will? How you feel about the battle?
I feel like he
I
won,
recapped
but
it.
again, there's battles that I've won that I don't brag about because I know that my opponent was at 30%. What
Mm.
am I gonna what people say me and Surf is debatable. Some people say Surf beat
Mm.
me. Some people say, yo, Core,
Mm.
you the only person that gave Surf a run for his money when he was smoking everybody,
Mm.
30 and everybody, Twerk, Cal, JC, all his
John
grudge
John.
matches, John
John John.
John. But Core, he didn't run through Core, right?
Mm.
But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, act Surf, bro. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know
That's
niggas in
like
the
me
comment
saying,
section gonna be like, Cole, what you talking about with Surf? Surf, you know niggas.
yo,
Yo,
facts is facts though.
tsunami.
Facts is facts though. You know what I'm saying?
All
I
right.
have a clear round on Surf, right? I have a
That's a fact.
clear, my second round, I smoked his boots, right? So
Mm.
even if they say, oh, the third Surf guy, okay, and the first is up in the air, debatable, there's controversy over it, all that. But I don't feed into it about the Reed Dollars thing and not
Mm.
Reed Dollars, whoever he supposedly took the round from and all
Oh,
the stuff.
Quilly.
Quilly, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really play into all that because it's like, yo, that's for the fans to
You got
debate.
enough for that though. Niggas gotta serve about that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. And what I'm saying is that's for the fans to debate, and that's it. Like, I'm cool. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
That would be like me saying, yo, you know, everybody thought I was gonna lose to official in the first round of the tournament, and I fucking destroyed her. Yeah, my
You can
rounds
say
was
that. You can say
fire.
that though. You can say
My
that though.
listen, my rounds was bananas
Mm.
for official. If official was on 100, she still was not gonna beat me that day. But
Mm.
I don't sit there and brag and boast about it because she wasn't 100%.
Mm.
That wasn't official. I
Right.
battled an unprepared official. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't official. That wasn't the killer. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like it comes across. He be like trying to boost himself off that. Why? Because he feels like he has something to prove. He's the way Cortez used to be. Yo, I got something to
Mm.
prove. That's why he
Okay.
was sitting in that face off, looking at Jay Murder, looking at Big K, looking at Sway with the all
Right.
angry shit. Like, yo, son, I feel like I'm better than all these niggas, bro. But like, now Cortez got me waiting, like I'm some sucker nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I'm over here reading scripts. I'm taking time out from reading my scripts to do this facial. Cortez get on a half hour late. Yo, son think it's sweet.
Hey,
It's
something was hard.
all oozing. It's all oozing out of his pores.
It is okay. I love you, my nigga. But is that a good thing or bad thing though? You tell me. You're the battle rap. Educate me.
I don't know, man. That's up to him if it's gonna motivate him or not. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's
Sometimes,
motivated, Core.
sometimes, rage can blind you.
Okay.
You're
All
only
right.
seeing
All right.
you're
All right.
and you're only focused on one thing. You're not paying attention to your surroundings. You know, that's up to that man to prove that he can take the negative and turn it into a positive. You know what I'm
Positive.
saying? And this might be a new stage for him. Maybe he's gonna unlock a new level to his pen because of this.
Mm.
But 9 times out of 10, that's not what happens. So he has to prove that to me.
So you
That's
telling
all.
me April 18th, April 19th, 2 day weekend, Pittsburgh, that he's not walking out of the building with a W?
Nah, he not winning. He not winning. That's definitely not happening. He might have a good battle.
Right.
He might be able to get an extra 500 on his next battle because he did good against a fire Cortez. You
Okay.
feel what I'm saying? But he's not winning. He's not winning. There's no way. No way. It's not
You're
happening.
not sleeping, are you?
I'm in my bag, bro. No, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just in my bag. The
You're bad.
bag that I'm in right now is
Right.
special. Like very, 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 very special. And I'm gonna guarantee you, today is Thursday.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you're gonna be texting me real soon and being like, "Wow." That's what I'm gonna say. You're gonna be like,
I
"Wow."
did gotta get. I text you after a King. I text you. I said,
You're
my
gonna
nigga,
be
I love you.
texting me real soon and being like, "Wow, yeah,
Yeah,
this is cool." You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Brooklyn is
Yo,
gonna be
Payne, you
back
gotta
in the
woke this nigga up,
conversation.
Payne. Payne, you gotta woke my man's up though, dog. I ain't
You
gonna
know what I'm
hold you.
saying?
It might be a good thing that you did that though, cause I don't know who. Yo, there's a lot
What
of
do you
battles
think
on
is
the card.
Payne's best battle?
It will.
His material, or just because he won? Like, you think that's his best material of all the opponents? He could have had better material in a different battle,
He
and it was
might have
just
better
closer.
mature other battles though, but I ain't gonna lie. One of them rounds against Ill Will, he was wilding though, son. I'm not gonna hold
Hmm.
you. Wilding.
Hmm.
Got busy. I didn't see the Tick battle. I don't know if that dropped yet. Him and Tick.
Tink?
I know Tick the Demon.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
heard about that battle.
Yeah, I don't know if that dropped yet. I gotta watch that because I want to see
Hmm.
what he did in that battle. You know what I mean? But Payne's an intense nigga though. And that tweet really, really bothers son. That really, really, yo, Scoop had to know what was going on. How you book a battle with
You
Cortez
know
and
what's
this
crazy?
nigga and then
Maybe I don't know. Maybe Scoop didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he wasn't the first opponent. He wasn't the first opponent
that's
he brung up to me. And then when he was ready to send me the deposit, he brung another opponent up. Said, "Oh, this person, I don't know what you
okay.
think about this." And I was like, "All right, cool. We could do that person." Then when he sent me the money, he was like, "Yo, I got Pain." And I was like, "From RBE?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like
Battle
you know.
rap
So I hope he
gods. We got
understands
a
that. Like, it
battle
wasn't.
rap gods.
Yeah,
Parallel universe.
it wasn't like I was on some shit like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like I needed the bread. I was begging nothing
Okay.
about that. It just lined up and it fell in his lap. So now let's see what he gonna do with it.
How you feel about the card overall though? It's a lot of heavy
It's a
hitters on
lot
this
of
shit
good
though.
battles. It's a lot
Real
of good
deal
battles. I
turf.
watched his most recent event. I just want Scoop to get the cameras right. Like, I want the
Okay.
footage to look good.
Yeah, Scoop,
You know
look
what
at the
I'm saying?
claims right
Because
now. You
he's
saying?
putting a lot of money into the event, and I think
Okay.
it's real dope. But don't let it fall on deaf ears and be like
Word.
how me and Verb came out. Like, Verb, that's one of Verb's best
Yeah,
battles
St.
against me.
Louis though, and
But
St. Louis footage.
but the King Juice footage is shaky. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
saying? Like,
influence.
real
It was. It
shaky.
was.
So I just that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I really wanted to look like the battles this year are elevating battle rap, and I feel like the cards that I'm a part of this year are
Mm-hmm.
doing that. Like the easy to block battle, like
Right.
that card was a card
Mm-hmm.
that set off the year for the culture, and that's
Okay.
what I want to keep
Yeah.
doing. I want to be a part of those battles and the conversations of, like, yo, like, you know what I mean? These are the people that's bringing restoring order to the culture and are really outside. And I want to be one of the people that they be like, yo, battle rap is dying in 2023, 2024.
Right.
Cortez came back in 2025, and he's a
Mm-hmm.
major reason why it's interesting again. That's one of my main goals. And
Dope.
after
Dope.
this
Dope.
Pain battle, it's gonna be a lot more to talk about.
Did Easy call you for the last card he's dropping? Did he call you for that?
We got something in the
As you
works.
should.
We
As you
got something in
should.
the works.
As you should.
I'm definitely gonna be back on the trenches. Like, shouts
As you
out to
should.
Easy, shouts out to Remy. They was very appreciative of
Busy over there, son. The baby. I
Me
think.
giving King the battle that he needed in order to break through, because they're building real talent, real stars. Like, they have a farm system, which a
Yeah.
lot of leagues
Yeah.
don't.
Right.
So, yeah, like, we locked in.
Okay. You don't got a hit list, right? You ain't got no shit like that hit list and
I
everything, right?
mean, my hit list was Chef Trez. Bad News was on my hit list. Chef Trez. I wanted Ilmac.
Bad news?
Yeah, and Av.
Yo, this nigga, yo, bad news. Let me tell you something, man. If you battle Cortez, that third round, this nigga gonna drop on you, son. I already know where it's gonna go, son. I already know. I already know that third
I
round's
mean,
gonna
News wanted new when News saw the King battle, he wanted a battle. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he got a lot of controversy around him right now. You feel what I'm saying? So,
and you die,
I
and of
try
course
to,
you pick up on that.
you know what I
And you
mean?
try to pick up on that. Oh man,
Listen,
that's
listen,
wild.
listen, 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 listen. I try to give him some game in a little blog that I had did. I didn't really promote it like that because I didn't want to like seem like I'm trying to like insert myself in his
Right,
drama. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I
Mm-hmm.
usually try to be tactful, but
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm a person that I was handling a couple of cases and stuff like that. So I know there's things that you can do and there's things in your discoveries and stuff that you can clear your name. You know what I mean?
Right.
When people put those type of stains on your jacket, you know, so
Right.
maybe if he watched the blog, you know, maybe he'll say, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if he wants to prove that he, you know,
Mm.
that he's stand up, if he feels like he has to prove that he's stand up, you know, there's things he could do, you know what I'm saying? But you know, if you don't do those things, that rumor just becomes the truth. You know how battle rap is. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? That's just the reality of the sport. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? It is
But
what it is.
let me ask you, did you see his recent interview on MSM3 with Fred and him when he spoke about the situation? It dropped yesterday. I don't know if he dropped 2 days ago. It's been out
Nah,
yesterday.
nah,
Yeah, he just
nah.
dropped an interview, a big interview, an hour-long interview. He spoke about the case, talked about a lot of other stuff. He's also saying that A Ward's battling him next. And if you
I
know,
seen a little clip about Abel earlier today that he was like, I don't know
right.
if he's gonna be
If
the
A
one to
Ward,
address
I
it.
interviewed A Ward yesterday. I interviewed A Ward yesterday. I interviewed
Uh
Kiss
huh.
Fight yesterday. So basically trying to say if niggas bring that up in a conversation, shit can go left.
I
And
mean,
I,
that's
and, um,
part of the thing. That's anything with battle rap though. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I could say the same thing, like, yo, if somebody bring up my son, I'm on a different type of time. And I could do that. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like I could feel that way too. You know what I mean? He's entitled to whatever he's gonna be entitled. But he definitely knows that ain't gonna stop somebody from addressing it. That's not gonna stop somebody from addressing it.
yeah, A
Like
Ward's like, yo, A Ward basically say, yo, my
like
man.
honestly, you showing your hand doing that. Like maybe not A Ward, but like, that's not gonna fly with everybody. So if you want to go and put your man's at risk, and because
And
now you're
leagues might
putting it
not
out
book him
there,
no call.
you
Leagues might
really
not
have,
book him though.
huh?
Leagues might not book him if you're on that type of time. If they know
I
you're on
mean,
that type of
that's
time.
honestly, leagues probably will book him. That's the funny thing. They probably will book him because that's gonna get more views. You know what I'm saying? It's weird
Yeah,
shit like that. That is the culture. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that ain't gonna stop certain people from
right.
saying, yo, I'm not gonna talk about this. No, niggas is gonna talk about it, bro. Because you can honestly, like I said, there's a thing in the discovery, there's a something in your files you could
Right.
look at, and when you go into your discovery and in your files,
Mm.
um, all you have to do is it tells you everybody that was a part of the police report and their involvement. So
Okay.
it breaks down everyone that cooperated because officers they have to write paperwork once
Mm.
they make an arrest, once they do a lineup, once they do all that. So if that paperwork that says that he pointed out the guy or whatever
Right.
is in that thing, I think it's a B-22. I forget what the name of it is, but
Mm.
if that's in the discovery, he has to answer that. Now, if it's not in the discovery,
Mm.
he could easily say, "Yo, I have the discovery," because not to play him, he's a victim. He's not the aggressor.
Mm.
In this case, he's the victim.
The
So he
victim.
definitely has access to all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? They hide that from the aggressors. Sometimes might block out a name or something because that person's scared for their
Right.
life or
Okay.
whatever. Like you
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
Got
That
you.
person could get retaliation and all that stuff.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
But there's things that he can do inside his discovery. And if this happened, what, 2020, 2019, he's been had that information. He been known like, yo, I can address it a certain way, you know?
Mm.
But I don't think really threatening and like
Yeah, that's
coming
not.
at dudes and telling dudes like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like shit gonna go down. If you got your mans traveling with you out of town, out of state, doing all this for battle rap, and you're saying, yo, somebody mentions is this, it's gonna go left, right?
Mm.
You're not getting your back end. You're putting your man's at risk. You feel what I'm saying? You're also letting someone know where it can go from there. So that means if somebody's smart, yo, I'm gonna address this and we on timing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's already lit. It's
Yeah, it is.
already lit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he should play it that way. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think he
Just being
should,
just
Court.
being smart, just being mature. And
Yeah,
I
I don't
and I
think he
fuck with
should.
bad news. Like I fuck with bad news, you know what I'm saying? I never had no issue with him. But
Mm.
it if you're gonna try to be the bully about it, I don't think that's gonna work. I think there's other ways to just prove that you solid. You know what I'm saying? And just do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you should know your paperwork, you should know your
Mm.
discovery, you should know your case. You feel what I'm saying? You should know your situation. You know, it doesn't mean necessarily that he didn't snitch and that's why the trial didn't go. Maybe
Right.
the only thing they had was, I'm just saying, if he did point them out, maybe that's all they had. Maybe when they arrested him, they never found the gun. Maybe they've never, maybe they never
Yeah.
did this. And maybe once he realized, like, yo, I'm not going to court, I'm not going to testify in trial. Okay, cool. You realized afterwards that they was expecting you to do this because that's
Mm,
the only way they had a case to go to trial. And since you said, nah, I'm not doing that,
mm.
I'm not taking the stand, then that means you didn't cooperate fully, but you initially
You initiated.
cooperated. You know what I mean? And if you initially do that, right, you open the door for them to open the investigation to in order to find a gun, in order to do that, in order for them to do their job and then lock him up, right? And if they say, yo, we didn't find a gun, yo, we didn't find no
Yeah.
fingerprints, yo, we don't have this, all we
Right.
have is you saying that he shot you, you're gonna have to go on trial. And he's like, nah, I ain't doing that. Then the case crumbles, and the cops will sit there and say, well, that's at your own risk. You're the one that got shot. You sure? All right, cool. But
Yeah.
that doesn't absolve you
Yeah.
from initially cooperating. You understand? So if he wants to absolve himself, I don't think threatening people is the right way to do it. I think he might as well just be like, yo, dog, I got my discovery. I could go to my discovery, go to my paperwork, look at this B-22 file. I think it's B-20. I gotta see what it is, but and then just sit there and read it out. Yo, bro, look, boom. Nigga, my name is not on that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, he hasn't even said anything about it being doctored or made up. He just says like, y'all bugging. I would never.
Mm,
That really is not gonna hold, that's not gonna hold weight for too long.
mm.
You know what I mean? Not in battle rap at least.
Yeah, not a
You know?
battle rap. You and Av. I like that battle. I like you, Av. Is that something that can happen this year?
Yeah, man. I think we're just like extremely overdue for this battle. Like we've gotten like this offer, we've gotten contracts, we've actually gotten
Really?
deposits like three,
Wow.
4 times, 3, 4 different times over the past 4 or 5 years. So like me and Av
Uh,
have gotten a lot of coins. So it's like it's
yeah.
like, yo, bro, eventually, like let's just get this over with. I think he's at one of his highest peaks right now.
Av is on
So
fire the last
so
couple of
so
years, my nigga. I
yeah,
ain't gonna
so
hold you,
so
son.
so so it's a battle definitely interested in, along with Chef Trez. You know what I
Chef,
mean?
Chef is fire too. Chef been getting busy also, man. Um, Bishop Brigante, man. R.I.P. Bishop Brigante, man. What was your relationship
R.P.
with Bishop
Bishop,
Brigante?
bro. Yo, bro, me and Bishop was very, 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 very close, man.
My
You
guy
know what I
right there.
mean? Like that
I
hurts my
love
heart. Yo,
him
every time he would see me, he'd be like, how the fuck y'all ride with him? How the fuck y'all ride with him? Yo, we would go into like random restaurants in
too.
Toronto and Cali, wherever. Because
Uh,
remember, that's what I said against Hollahan. How the fuck
yeah.
y'all ride with him? And he would just walk in, he'll see me in a restaurant,
It
mad
just
white
bust that out there.
people, mad professional. He'll walk in, how the fuck y'all ride with it? I'll just start crying, laughing. You know what I mean? Me and Bishop had stories, you know what I'm saying? Definitely times we was on the road, you know what I'm saying, in different places, and,
Mhm.
and we got some funny stories, man. Great dude, always show love, never was a hater.
Yeah. Good
He's
dude, man. Good
definitely gonna
dude,
be
man.
missed. He's
Yeah,
definitely, definitely,
absolutely,
definitely,
son.
definitely gonna be
Absolutely,
missed.
man.
You
Love
know,
that dude,
I'm
man.
I'm kind of glad he's not hurting no more though, man. He was going through it, and I
Yeah.
and I do feel like he was even doing clinical trials and trying to be a
Yeah.
part of certain things like that. He fought, you know what I'm saying? And if anything, you know what I mean, that's what you got to take away from the
Yeah.
situation. Like, he
Absolutely.
ain't let it beat him. Like, he fought,
Nah, he's
you know what I'm
fighting.
saying? So,
He's fighting,
you
man.
know, God bless him. God bless his family. I
Mm,
know his son. It's just unfortunate, man, for real.
fortunate. Yeah. Last question. How proud are you of DNA, man?
Tell him every day, bro.
What's DNA, man?
Tell him every
I be
day,
like,
bro. He defeats
man,
the odds, bro. He defeats the odds. Like I'm the reason he's in the culture. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So it's like to see where he came from, to see all the stuff he dedicated, to see the ups, to see the downs, to see the confidence grow, to see just him overall, the character, the man he's become, family man,
all the now,
rapper,
son.
all this, you know what I'm saying? And then still be able to be like, you know what, I'm gonna bet on myself. You know what I mean? If dudes don't want to give me the money that I deserve or stuff like that, I'm gonna bet on myself and still figure out a way to get to the bag. you can't do nothing but like salute them.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
I'm proud of that brother, man. I'm so
And
proud
he
of you.
always comes through on the stand up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the solid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when he found out about my son and stuff. You know, like he was there when he done helped me babysit my son at times. You know what I'm saying? When he was younger. So,
Wow.
you know, like D was always around. So like when he found out that shit, like he tapped in with me. You know what I'm saying? When we had like a final dinner the week of before my son turned, like we had a
Yeah.
huge dinner. DNA helped solidify that dinner for me, you know what I mean, of like 20 people and stuff. So, I never forget, you know what I'm saying, how we came up and how tight knit we are, and he doesn't either. So, you know what I mean, I'm
I
that's
remember
bro.
y'all free. I'm a
That's not
freestyle.
and
You
to be honest,
DNA
that's not even
newborn.
that's not even little bro. That's bro. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
I go
don't
back
even
to
little bro. I
you.
can't little bro that. Like
I go back to you, DNA, newborn, hollow, Amzilla, freestyle. You know?
Bugs, my man
Yeah,
Bugs was
you
there,
know,
yeah,
somebody
like yeah.
is, son. Y'all niggas, man. To see we got the brothers at now, man. God
Mm-hmm.
damn, son. For real, man. Nah, but Core, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was dope. The King battle was dope. I think this you and Payne, y'all really took it there. Where now the antennas is up
I
now.
think we the main event now, bro. I think we the main event. You know what I'm saying? It's
My
a
brother,
good
I love what
team.
you're doing, man. We're gonna check out to the battle, okay?
My guy. You already know.
Okay. Brooklyn all
Holla.
day. Shout out to my nigga Cortez. Y'all know the fucking vibes already, you heard?